Ha guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriors Trade, brace yourselves because what just unfolded is nothing short of a shockwave across the NBA. Their Warriors have pulled off a stunning deal that has left the basketball world in disbelief. Reports are flooding in confirming that Golden State has acquired an all-star in a blockbuster trade that nobody saw coming, and the implications of this move could reshape the franchise's entire future. This isn't just another roster move. This is the kind of high-impact decision that could define the remainder of Stephen Curry's legendary career and possibly shift the balance of power in the Western Conference. Their Warriors have been in the spotlight for months, constantly hovering around trade rumors, potential blockbuster scenarios, and questions about whether their dynasty era has finally closed or if there's still another chapter left to be written. Well, now we have our answer. The front office just made their intentions crystal clear. They are not done competing. They are not ready to fade quietly into the background, and they are absolutely still in win-now mode. By pulling the trigger on this shocking all-star trade, Golden State has placed itself back into the championship conversation in the most dramatic way possible. What makes this deal so incredible is not just the caliber of the player they've acquired, but the timing. For months, speculation had been swirling that the Warriors might look to shake things up, maybe even trade away a core piece. But the names most often linked to Golden State were not this one. This trade came out of nowhere, blindsiding analysts, shocking fans, and sending rival teams scrambling to reassess their own strategies. The All-Star now joining Golden State is exactly the kind of high-level, high-impact addition that could give them the jolt they desperately needed after an inconsistent stretch of seasons filled with ups, downs, and questions about the aging roster. Think about what this means for Stephen Curry. For years, their Warriors superstar has carried the weight of keeping this team in contention, often relying on flashes from Klay Thompson, the defensive grit of Draymond Green, and the development of younger players like Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody. But with this new all-star in the fold, Curry finally has another elite running mate who can shoulder the offensive load, create his own shot, and relieve some of the immense pressure that has rested on his shoulders. This isn't just about getting Curry help. It's about extending his window to chase one more championship before time inevitably starts to catch up. The reaction from the fan base has been electric. Social media exploded the moment the news broke, with Warriors fans celebrating like it was 2016 all over again. The idea of adding another all-star to an already talented roster has reignited hope, has reignited belief, and has reignited the idea that Golden State isn't just a team clinging to past glory, but a team determined to add to its trophy case. Opposing fan bases, on the other hand, have been stunned. Rival fans who were ready to write the Warriors off are now forced to rethink everything. Suddenly, their Warriors aren't the team that's too old, too thin, or too inconsistent. They're the team that just made one of the boldest trades of the season. Let's also talk about the impact this move has on the locker room. Bringing in an all-star changes dynamics. No question about it. But it also injects a sense of urgency and belief. Players like Draymond Green thrive on energy and competitiveness. And adding another top-level talent will only fuel that fire. For younger players, this is the perfect opportunity to learn alongside not just Curry, but now another all-star who brings his own unique skill set, mindset, and experience. For Klay Thompson, who has faced questions about his future, this deal could reignite his motivation as well. Because now he doesn't have to be the second option every night. He can play more freely, find his rhythm, and focus on what he does best, hitting big shots in big moments. Their Warriors front office deserves massive credit here. General Manager Mike Dunleavy Jr. was under pressure to prove that he could keep this team competitive without compromising the future. And by pulling off this trade, he sent a loud and clear message that Golden State is still a destination, still a powerhouse, and still willing to go all in when the right opportunity presents itself. This isn't a half-measure move. This is the type of swing that front offices make when they believe they can win it all. And you better believe that if you have Stephen Curry on your roster, you owe it to him and to the fan base to maximize every last year of his prime. Of course, trades of this magnitude always come with sacrifice, and Warriors fans are asking the big question: what did Golden State give up to land this all-star? Early reports indicate that their Warriors had to part with a mix of young assets and future draft capital. A name like Jonathan Kuminga or Moses Moody may have been involved, and that's a tough pill to swallow for fans who have been invested in their development. But this is the reality of championship basketball. Prospects and draft picks can be exciting, but banners hang forever. Golden State clearly decided that the chance to contend now outweighs the uncertain promise of the future. And when you have a generational talent like Curry, it's a decision that makes perfect sense. Imagine trying to play small ball against Golden State only to realize that their new star can dominate in isolation or in the post. This isn't just an addition. It's a complete reshaping of how the Warriors can attack. Across the NBA, rival executives are already feeling the pressure. Teams like the Lakers, Clippers, and Suns, who were confident in their ability to outlast Golden State, now have to deal with a rejuvenated, reloaded Warrior squad. Even the Denver Nuggets and Minnesota Timberwolves, who looked poised to dominate the West, are now facing a much tougher path. The ripple effect of this trade is massive because it doesn't just strengthen their Warriors, it forces everyone else to rethink their path to the finals. Warriors basketball just got more versatile, more dangerous, and more unpredictable. The long-term implications are fascinating, too. This trade signals that Golden State isn't ready to enter a rebuild anytime soon. They're going to ride this wave as far as it will take them, and that means fans should buckle up for what could be one of the most exciting stretches in years. Whether this leads to another finals run, another championship parade, or just another memorable chapter in the dynasty story, one thing is certain: the Warriors are back in the spotlight, back in the headlines, and back in the head-in conversation as one of the NBA's most dangerous teams. So, Warriors fans, the stage is set. An all-star has arrived in Golden State. A new era is beginning, and the quest for another championship is alive and well. The only question that remains is simple. How far can this team go now that the deck has been reshuffled? One thing's for sure, the rest of the NBA better be ready, because the Golden State Warriors have just reminded the world exactly who they are. And that's the breaking update on this stunning deal. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think this all-star is the missing piece to bring another title to Golden State? Or do you believe the Warriors gave up too much to make this happen? Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more instant Warriors updates, and turn on notifications so you never miss a single moment of this wild ride. This is going to be a